I'm joined by two gentlemen who are on either side of the main rivalry, I'd say, in the EPL in this day and age. And for Liverpool, I've got.
Makho, White.
And then for City, I've got.
Sir Quinton. Sir Quinton.
Can't hear you.
No, Sir Quinton.
The villain of the timeline.
Yeah. How do you know that?
We know everything here. Gentlemen, I don't know if it's even worth asking you this question because I know who you're going to say is going to be champions, right? You've got Liverpool, you've got City. Tell me about the rest of the top four.
The rest of the top four, that'll be third and fourth, right? I think it's going to be Chelsea, United or Arsenal. Chelsea's definitely in there. Then there's United or Arsenal. But I think I'm backing United to be fourth.
You're not concerned about like the transfer that hasn't... The transfers
I forgot Conte. Yes, I forgot Conte. Sorry, bruh. I think...
So it's the Spurs?
Yeah, Spurs, United and Arsenal will fight for the fourth place. Mara Chelsea, oh sure.
Who do you have?
I think it's going to be 3 United, 4 Chelsea. I'll put Chelsea there. So 3 United, 4 Chelsea. And then, obviously, Arsenal 5, Tottenham 6. No, actually, no, I'm lying. United 4, Spurs 3. That's how I'll put it. Yeah.
You are very generous to the neighbors, eh?
Nah, I have a relationship with them now. Since Chelsea won in the Champions League final, I don't get along with Chelsea, so United and I like this now.
So the beef is with Chelsea at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, outside of the top four, tell me in terms of signings that we've seen and signings that might still happen, who do you predict is going to be the signing of the season when the season is said and done?
I generally think in the Arsenal camp, I think they made a good signing with Thingy. Oba and Jesus. Yeah, you know, Jesus saves, bruh. And I generally think he really might like do a thing there. I think also them playing him like as a right wing is the perfect position for him. We saw him at Man City last season in that position. Every time he was in that position, he was cooking. And I just think he's home. On a serious note, I didn't see it coming, but I think he's home. And I think he might be the signing of the season in that instance between him and Sterling.
The Messiah and Sterling. Who do you have?
Look, for me, I'm going to look into, do you consider Tottenham Spurs outside the top 4?
Well, wherever they finish, like who do you predict is going to be like the signing of the season?
Look, I think obviously they already got Kulusevski. So Richarlison is another addition to their team. Bissouma is also going to order quality in that midfield. So for me, I think Conte's cooking something nice this season because also they got that guy from, is it Inter Milan, Perisic at the back. Yeah, and he's really good. So for me, one thing about Conte, he's good. So those couple of signings they made, for me, it's going to be one thing that's interesting this season.
So, as I said, I know you guys would predict your own teams to win the league.
Sure.
But I want to ask you a little twist. Tell me why City are going to win the league.
Well, they are not. No, for real. They are not, man. It's an interesting league once again. It's an interesting start to the season. I'll tell you what, though. You see, if Haaland gets his scoring boots on, and he functions well with the rest of the team, and look who's on 100 mil. Grealish, and Grealish comes to par with everybody else. Maybe then I might be objective about it. Like, yeah, they're gonna take this thing again. But I feel like the rest of the league is tired of these guys making us look like farmers. Like,
so Liverpool are trying to save the rest of us.
Yes,
do you have your cape on and you're Superman in this league?
We have to do it for you guys. Like, who else is gonna challenge City? Who else? Exactly.
According to Makho, we have a need for Liverpool to save the world, basically.
The thing is, what you need to understand is, City had a curse with Yaya Toure when we lost him. So you guys lost Mane, that's your curse, right? So you better understand that in the quality team we had last season when we won the league, we had to add Calvin Phillips, Ortega, and Haaland. There's no way Liverpool is winning this league. Like, I need you to understand that.
Is there no chance that Liverpool wins?
Maybe.
If you put your City heart aside, how do Liverpool actually beat City? Please.
They might win the league, but after 30 years.
That's you being honest.
I'll be 52 or something when you guys win
here's the thing. Let me say this. A lot of Liverpool fans feel like we could have won more leagues if Pep wasn't there. You know what I mean? But I feel like with the spirit of like competitiveness, we're gonna go for it, man. You know what I mean? I think if we were gonna put the Conte mentality and maybe like focus on one thing. We can let go of the others. If we finish quarterfinals in the UCL, it's fine. We need to actually charge for the league this season because I feel like even Klopp knows, like he's had too many chances to win it. Twice that he's lost it with 1 point. It must get to him at this point. So I feel like also if he instills that energy or that mentality in the players that you guys, we don't have a choice. We need to win it. If we don't win it, I don't know what's next for Klopp. And I don't know what's next for us after Klopp.
We don't have to find that out for a few seasons because he did sign the extension.
Exactly.
I'll get you out on this. Like Haaland versus Nunes. Do you think Nunes will outperform Haaland?
On paper, of course, man. Erling Haaland, like KDB, he's just gonna cross it in the box, flip it, man. Haaland is somewhere there. You know what I mean? He's got the height structure. You know what I mean? He's a lethal number 9. You know what I mean? I'm a fan. I don't wanna lie. With Nunes, I've seen his capabilities too, and they're like the same age or something. So with us too, it's almost like they're on the same level. It's just that who is more willing and who's more hungry to take it there. You know what I mean? So that's how. I don't want to say anything now. I don't want to speak to me after 10 games. Let's see. I don't want to say anything right now.
We'll come find you, Makho, and speak to you after 10 games. And I'm getting you out on this. We know with City what you guys are in the season to do. It is that UCL. If you have to sacrifice the league for the UCL, would you take that? And do you see yourself winning the UCL as well? Or is it just going to be EPL and more local trophies again?
Look, honestly, I think for City, this has to be the season. If not this one, the next season. Because it's a project, man. We're building, we're making new signings. So we need to give Pep like a bit of a time frame for him.
It's a project at City. Is that what you just said?
We're working on a project.
What is this project?
Us getting in new... Think about it. We're making new signings and it's youngsters with no experience and they've never... think about it. Calvin Phillips has never played Champions League. Jack Grealish is his first season in Champions League. Who else can I think of? Ortega, I think. But for me, it's a thing of understanding that we're rebuilding now. So you can understand the signings that we're making right now. The aim is to win the Champions League. So we have to, whether we like it or not. So I'd rather sacrifice the league for the Champions League this season.
Can I ask? Sorry.
Please do.
Sorry, no? I'm gonna direct this to him. I feel like with stats and everything, and objectively so, I feel like City, the past 3-4 seasons were the favorites to win the Champions League. Maybe minus that season when Bayern were on fire. But I feel like for the rest of those seasons, they were the favorites. I was like, why not? You know what I mean? And I would have been like, okay, they deserve it. Like, they're literally brilliant. So now, why do you think that you guys didn't win it? At least 2 UCLs in the past 4 seasons.
Look, let me tell you, it's 2 things. What Liverpool and Real Madrid have is what City doesn't have. You guys have a fighting spirit. You've got the right mentality. So it's what City doesn't have, bro. Like, if you think about Liverpool, bro, they've got this fighting spirit that sometimes when I watch your team, bro, I'm like, you can never count Liverpool out. Yeah. But with City, you can never be sure because anything can happen. I mean, you lost to Real Madrid in the last, was it 6 minutes or 10 minutes? I can't remember. But if you think about it, a team like Liverpool that's experienced in Real Madrid, they've got people like Benzema who've done this thing so many times. And City, I can't even think of anyone that has been in the Champions League final outside of Chelsea's final the last time we played in the Champions League. So for me, I think it's more of a mentality thing and a fighting spirit than Champions League. And I don't think we have a winning cup competition team. We can dominate the league because Pep knows how to do it. But for us, we don't, because look at Liverpool. In the Champions League, you guys play Konate and Van Dijk and Keita in your team. City, we just normally rotate. We don't have a proper starting 11, you understand? So for me, bro, it's a mentality thing and a fighting spirit. But outside of that, I hope this season that it's going to be different.
You gents have a lot to say. Can I invite you to the podcast one of these days?
Yeah, you can, man.
Definitely.
Cool, definitely. We have a conversation that needs to go on here.
You know what I mean?
What you heard from Quinton is that City are rebuilding, apparently. I did not know this until right now. And Makho obviously has got Liverpool saving the known world from utter destruction by not allowing City to win the league for a 5th time in 6 seasons.
From farmers' accusations.
Gents, thank you for joining us on Tour Front.